Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today, or welcome for the first time if it is your first time. Today we're going to be reacting to a film, and that film is called Perfect Blue. So I recently had a poll on the channel, just kind of a list of 5 movies that I was going to watch, and I just wanted to rank the order in which I wanted to watch them, and Perfect Blue basically blew the competition away. It beat out Norska, Suzume, Akira, and In This Corner of the World to reign supreme at the top of the list and be the first film that we're going to be watching here today on the channel. So yeah, Perfect Blue. I don't know that much about Perfect Blue, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with everybody. So this should be a bit of a surprise. I looked it up and it's 80 minutes. That's pretty cool. I was expecting to sit here for like 2.5 hours or something. So thumbs up for that. Less work. Let's go. But I guess the overbearing name over Perfect Blue and its legacy, I guess, is Satoshi Kon. I've got a bunch of the stuff up here in an ANN window that I'm maybe going to show you guys. Hang on. Yeah, this seems pretty good. Shut up, ANN newsletter. Yeah, remind me tomorrow, whatever you said. It's Satoshi Kon, everybody. Very famous anime director. Very, I guess you'd call it exclusive catalog, if we scroll down here a little bit. The 5 things, well, there's more, but the 5 main things that people know that he's directed are Perfect Blue, Millennium Actress, Paprika, Tokyo Godfathers, and the TV anime Paranoia Agent. As you can see here, there's a few other things. So Ani Kuri 15 Special, I don't know what the fuck that is, and Yume Miru Kikai. Sure. Of course, there's little bits here and there. He worked on, I'm guessing this is an original JoJo OVA. Weird. As well as being cast in Paprika. Anyway, we'll get to that if this is successful. But yeah, it's a director whose name precedes him. He has a very distinct style, a style that I don't know. I have not seen any of these, right? So that's gonna be the main line here, figuring out what it is he does that makes him so famous, right? Because people talk about this guy, people love this guy. So I want to find out why. I really do. And yeah, I guess in looking at the rest of the stuff of, this movie, Perfect Blue, I see a few trends, right? The major trend here is that basically everyone here has worked on Millennium Actress as well, right? And then as well as that, a good number have worked on many other Satoshi Kon projects. None other than Nobutake Ike, who is the art director, I believe, has worked on every single thing that Satoshi Kon has worked on. So he's like his guy. As well as a few other things here. I really liked Bell. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Evangelion. Background art for Jujutsu Kaisen. Anyway, whatever. I'm getting distracted. But yeah, as you can see here, Paprika, Millennium Actress, Tokyo Godfathers, and Perfect Blue. Oh, and Paranoia Agent, of course. Only 8 episodes of which. The art in particular, particularly the character design, I think is very evocative. You could draw me a Satoshi Kon character design and I'd know what you were talking about. I commented as such in what I believe was a borderline parody segment in Panty and Stocking when I reacted to that, where there's this segment that has a massive art style change, and I said immediately, hey, this looks like Satoshi Kon. So again, is that a character design quirk? Is that an art director thing? I do not know. This one's almost irrelevant. Hisao Shirai. He DP'd like every anime ever made. So like, you could kind of try to draw some stuff, but like, I don't know. That's a lot of stuff to try to draw inferences of, especially for DP work. So we may leave that one. This one's interesting though. This is Yoshikazu Takuichi, right? And that's all he's done. Staff in the original novel and story of Perfect Blue. So I did a little bit of research. It's an adaptation from a novel. This guy wrote the novel. If I've got his Wikipedia here, is this going to be in... Yeah, kinda. Okay, so these are all the books he's written as well. The only 2 that have a ISBN are like Perfect Blue. And then there's a sequel to Perfect Blue? Is this a sequel? This came out after. It's called Awaken from a Dream. This one's called Complete Metamorphosis, which gives me some ideas about what the movie's going to be about, I guess. But yeah, interesting, right? You normally see these kind of people write a ton of books. But yeah, the only 2 that have made it over, of course, being Perfect Blue. And 7 Seas Entertainment has optioned the English language rights. Okay, whatever, sure. This guy here was the original character designer. This is Hisashi Iguchi, which is a name that is ringing bells, and I don't really know why. I did know of Sunny Boy, But other than that, not really. So I'm wondering why that name's ringing bells. If somebody could let me know, please. What else got here? Screenplay. Again, crossover with Millennium Actress. Basically, everybody on this movie worked on Millennium Actress as well. When did Millennium Actress come out? That'll be interesting. Oh, 2001. I guess, yeah, that's pretty close, because I believe this movie came out in 98? Yeah, 98 in Japan. There's a few other film festivals where it was shown a little bit earlier, in 97 in Montreal, apparently. So yeah, I guess that's close enough to the point where, you know, that would make sense. This is another really interesting one. I love stuff that, like, nobody's worked on anything else. Like, this guy was born in 49. He worked on the music for Perfect Blue, and then Power Armor Dorvac, and then dipped. So I got no frame of reference to the music at all. Yeah, I even just Googled his name. There's not a lot there. There's not a lot there for sure. Last one here is we have a unit director on the film, and that is Ko Matsuo. Again, worked on Millennium Actress, and again, nothing else from Satoshi Kon? No. But a few interesting tidbits here. Terror and Resonance, Technolize, Trigun, sure. Did storyboards for Hero Arca, that's fucking weird as shit. A lot of Gundam, and a few other tidbits here and there, I guess. Directed a fucking Berserk movie? I don't know what the hell's going on there. Ergo Proxy. You know, listen, if you know anime, this guy's worked on a few anime you would have seen, sure. I don't know how successful this segment was overall. I feel more confused now than I ever was. I guess the other connection here is if you keep scrolling here, anime production, or animation production, Madhouse. Everyone knows Madhouse. Madhouse are extremely good at this shit. I think Madhouse worked on all the Satoshi Kon stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know I've gone through this, like, recently for Frieren, which I'm also doing on the channel, but, like, it's kind of fucking insane, the amount of good shows here. It's really, really, really stand out. And again, here we go, like, Tokyo Godfathers. And then is this what I think it is? It most certainly is what I think it is. Good, okay. So yeah, I mean, that's my frame of reference. Those are my thoughts and feelings going in. I guess I should say I know it's about idols, and I know it's scary. So is that going to be critical of idol stuff? Maybe? I mean, it's not exactly a legitimate industry all of the time, so there's definitely stuff you could pull from that. A lot of obsessive culture around that, so we're going to have to see. It's also going to be tinged by a lot of that 90s feel to it, of course, unless it's placed earlier than that in a timeline, but it's going to take that kind of 90s sensibility into it as well. But yeah, I'm sure I could read more on Kon's influences and stuff, but I'm kind of just want to jump into the movie, I think, and figure it all out for myself and see what I think. I'm also kind of stalling because my movie's still got time to download. That's the other thing. I kind of just downloaded the first one I saw. There doesn't seem to be a huge culture around the subbing of this movie and it being wrong or right and stuff. So I just kind of got the most recent one on Nya. I'm not gonna front here. The other thing is my movie reactions are gonna differ from my TV anime reactions, right? I'm still gonna have a good look. I'm still gonna try to make inferences. I'm still gonna give opinions and thoughts and feelings and say my thoughts at certain points in the film. This is after the fact, right? So after I finish the movie, I normally go back and watch it. I should say that for anybody new. It's just not going to be in as great a depth. Of course, there's 80 minutes of content here. I've only got so much time. I'm not going to make a video essay off the top of my head. I'm just going to give thoughts and feelings and that kind of thing. It's going to be a little bit more freeform. What I did for the Girls on the Panzer movie and movies in the past is I kind of got a Google Doc to get me a bunch of ideas, and then I went back and had a look at certain scenes that show off those ideas, I guess. So yeah, notes. We're going to take notes, but probably after the fact. Anyway, I'm rambling totally, so we're going to jump into the movie very shortly. Just some chill stuff, so if you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation. Comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back. And the Discord, join Discord, love Discord. Discord's where we voted for this movie. You can talk about this movie, but I'll probably make a movie channel or something for people to discuss the films that I watch. Very cool. Or we can just do it in general, make a thread or something. I don't know. Either way, without any further ado, we're moving on to Perfect Blue right now. Righty, yeah, so I got the movie up here. I'm obviously not going to watch it like this on YouTube, but I just wanted to show you guys the subtitles if I can. So I've got English, STH, BD, PGS sub. It seems like a load of the first one's a PGS, whatever that means. It's that sub. Also got dog way down the bottom, but that says English arse, so probably not for me. I'm just going to go with the top one, I think. I think that's probably the best one here. Audio tracks I have both Japanese and English, obviously doing the Japanese. Have heard nothing about the dub. Maybe it's good, I don't know, but I do everything on the channel in Japanese, so I'm going to do that. Either way, back this way. So yeah, I mean, how long does this thing have? 1 hour, 20 minutes, or 21 minutes and 47 seconds. So sync up with that accordingly. There'll be a little strip down the bottom, there it is, for the viewing pleasure to sync up and that kind of thing if you have your own copy, or there'll be a picture-in-picture version in the description below. It's probably going to be in 2 parts, so just look out for that. If you want something like that, maybe you're watching on mobile or, yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, without any further ado, I think we're just going to jump right in with a 3, 2, 1. I'm excited, and we're ready to go. So, radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, G-Kids. Yeah, that's Madhouse. Nice little ditty there. Yeah, that's the colors I associate, for sure. I'm waiting to see subtitles. Good. Okay, is this some kind of hero show? Because I did read that Satoshi Kon liked Astro Boy as well. I saw that. But you can draw the lineage there. Yeah. Shoutouts to the hero show. Yep. Mm-hmm. This is what I mean by a Satoshi Kon character design. All these people look disgusting. Oh, look in the back. Yeah, okay, sure. What rumor? Cham! Sure. Maybe that's the idol group? Rumors are swirling. Those guys look not great. Okay, that's Ray. And Mimorin was another name I recognized. There you go. There's Mima. Rumi. Yeah, it seems like fucking chaos. Woo! No faces yet, yeah? Still no faces, you reckon? Alright, that's perfect blue. What a film. Practicing? Learning song? Yeah. It's a bop? Okay, we finally see faces too. Okay, so there's 3 members. Yeah, this is some idol bullshit. The character design difference between the idols and the fucking fans is crazy. Mm-hmm. Good old cow juice. She's just like me for real. Yeah, this shit's kind of tight. Yeah, these are the scumbags from before. Well, they're all kind of scumbags. Why? Is she a bad singer? Is that what they reckon? Oh, is that? Oh, that's okay. There's a lot of drama. Okay. Okay. I mean, well, that shot's. You guys, yeah. Like, I'm objectifying you. Did somebody throw something at the stage? Yeah, these fuckheads. Hell yeah. That guy steamed like staff or something, like, for the show. Uh, does anyone want to help, or? Based? Yeah, today she really kind of needed to get that news out here. It was very important. It just erupted into some fucking bullshit. Yes, boys? This guy, this guy gives me like "I'll kill you" vibes, so I wouldn't mess with him. What's up? She's going to pursue acting. All right. At least we got the news out there. It's probably going to spiral off into some bad things, but sure. Considering the fan base here. Yeah. Oh, the word. It's an opening credits. Yeah, okay, sure. So Yeah, I'm just trying to get names, right? That's Mima. There was a Ray. Rumi seems like the manager, I thought. This guy, I don't have a name yet, but he seems like a fucking weirdo. Wasn't she like shopping like normally earlier? She wasn't getting swamped or anything. Yeah, okay, it's in her head. What the fuck? Okay. She really is just like me. Is that how you run a bath? With like the faucet for the sink. You like turn it around. No, but she did receive those letters. Okay, so it isn't in her head. Maybe it happened early in the day. That's another great shot as well. These fish that I keep, that I need to keep feeding. Cool. I don't know about the creepy baby, but everything else is pretty neat. Oh, that's terrible that what? An earthquake happened. Yeah. I'm moving on. Yeah, she said as such. Can't really do that. Yeah, I don't know about the love heart one. What? What do you mean by that? Uh, what do you mean a link to my room? Uh, is that the same guy? The guy with the weird face? Well, too bad. I'm moving on. Don't take the other call. Keep talking to mum. Uh, creep. Let's you can like change like the phone line with like button press. Holy fuck. So claustrophobic too. Oh, fax machine. What's it gonna say? Oh, that's pretty bad. Indeed. Ominous music. It could be any one of you. Oh, she's practicing on lines. But it also makes sense for the previous scene. Oh, it's clever. It's probably some kind of live cam thing. Great. Them talking about computers, huge Lane vibes. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but it's so serious. Uh, is this some kind of media within media thing? Because that'd be bad. Or perhaps what she represents. Ochiai Eri. That's me. It's alright, just remember your lines. Give it a good go. We have faith in you. This guy's creep too. Losing herself in the lights? No, they're not laughing at you. She only said she was a little bit nervous. This is some very nervous type behavior. Oh. Everyone looks like a fucking creep in this movie. Mr. Shibuya. No, don't talk to me about fan letters. It will trigger me. Oh. Who's that one for? Oh, is that also maybe some intertextual stuff? The honorifics there are nuts. Nah, but she's good. Come on. What the fuck? Did you just get shot? Doesn't seem like you're alright. Oh. Oh. Oh, he was ripping up in the letter. What the fuck? What do you mean a warning? It could have killed him. Obviously, the letter was addressed to her, no? So, somebody wants her dead? Okay. Sure. Yo, this movie's fucking great. Look at this shot. Hell yeah. Oh, now we're on the computer? That'll go well. Good old Macintosh Performer. Yeah, is he okay? At the very least, yeah. Yeah, but it could impact everyone's career. It was just a prank, bro. World Wide Web. She doesn't know? Well, they said it was easy. I kind of want it for my own safety. They said they put up a link. Look at this shot. It's like I'm watching said link. You can skip all that. Just write angel.net. You'll get there. Or angel/net or -net. Oh, Idle Online. Wow. Hello, Mima's Room. Uh... Who wrote this? Yeah, but a little bit too much. Yukiko and Rei. Gotcha. I saw that as well. It has to be cow brand. So yeah, she's got a fucking pretty bad stalker. I felt like the stalker because I was watching that as well. The window's open? The window's open? Oh, okay, sure. And now we're modeling? Look how dead the eyes look. Why did a woman scream? Okay, that was fantastic as well. The cameras, the use of cameras there with the crowd. Wait, so did she get murdered? Oh, really? Okay, sure. That's very interesting too. Oh, is that the other term? What? Double bind? Ah, that's some anime-ass anime. Uh, mm-hmm. Not good vibes. Not good vibes. I got noticed. I'm definitely feeling, uh, I guess a feminist turn to this, right? At least a little bit. Like, you wouldn't see male celebrities going through this, is my point. Um, the shots only focusing on the left foot there were really good too. Like, personally conscious of the left foot moving now. Uh, hmm. That's a really good ad though. I can actually see the camera working. Oh, shut up. But the creep just went in the building as well, right? Ooh. At age 18. That's not great. What's up? Oh. Why does he have to look so fucking weird? Oh, so that got on the top 100 or whatever. So them as a duo, they're almost doing better. Well, if you're on the top 100, probably. Oh, but she's like not part of it. Gotcha. Yeah, look at the separation there. The shit's fucking crafted as a motherfucker. It's got some shots in it. Like, screenshot this shit. Filmmaker ass filmmaker movie. Yes. Shut up, bitch. Oh. Is that in the same drama or whatever? Gotcha. Okay, I was very confused. But it's meant to be like blending like that in reality, right? Oh, look at the guy. Why is he so fucking tall too? Oh. That's terrible. I don't want to see a rape scene. Yeah. Maybe she's got a vested interest considering her past. Oh, the reflection there too. Who the fuck is Jodie What's-Her-Face? Yeah, but, I mean, the whole thing in the movie has been blending fiction and what is real and what is fake. You don't sound like you're that into it. Yeah. Especially on a train. There's a train. I don't like the train. Oh, interesting. The Two Sides of Me. The Actress and the Idol. That's creepy. Well, yeah. How old is Mima as well? Like, she mightn't even be 20, right? Because Idol started at a pretty young age. Yeah, she's fucking really young, dude. How much of this am I gonna, like, see? Because I don't know if I want to... This is also fantastic, right? Because think about the crowd shots earlier. Like at the Idol show. All the guys look like fairly similar. Hmm. Smoking, you reckon? I'm uncomfortable. Yeah. No, I don't want to hold my places, please. I'm very happy to have, what do you call it? Yeah, there we go. Intimacy coordinators in Hollywood now, which I like. Yeah, the whiplash there is crazy. Oh, the music fading too. Oh my god. No, you have to do it again? What do you mean? No way. There's no way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. I'm waiting for that third cut. How are you feeling about this, Rumi? Any thoughts? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you worked as an idol way before. Like, this could be way worse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where's that bozo? Show me the bozo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty fucked. Causes a change in her character, you say? Okay. But you wanted that part, huh? Fuck. Yeah, she fucking left. Yeah, nah. She morally disagreed, which is fair enough. That's terrible. Mmm. Lucky. Look at this fuckhead. Mm-hmm. Cold, scary house. I probably know where you live. Time to feed the fucking pets. Oh, they're all dead. Nah, they're all dead. Why did they all die? Yeah, they're all dead. They're definitely all dead. Don't stop tapping the glass. Fucking hell. It's not an easy watch, huh? Just breezy. Put on Perfect Blue. It'll be fine. I never talked about why it's called Perfect Blue either. Yeah. Maybe looking at the straw that broke the camel's back. Ooh. Hello, idol me. You're almost callously joyful. I might be losing my mind. Holy fuck. Okay. Two fish? But there's less fish than there was before. Oh, the mouth. Look at the background too. Yeah, fuck that. Nope. Mm-hmm. Nuh-uh. I know. It's terrible. Is this like a interview? I heard the ratings went up when there was a rape scene. Indeed. Are you gonna keep reading the weird, creepy fan forum about yourself? Mm-hmm. The real. Yeah. That's... mm-hmm. The culture that pervades the idol industry, for sure. Yeah. I get what you're saying now. She's out of the screen? Okay. The way she's animated is fucking fantastic. Okay. Goodbye. I want to pause and talk about a bunch of stuff, but that's not what I do here. There's so much going on. I want to, yeah, where's this in the movie? About halfway. I've got to remember that. There's so much going on right here. I'm sure it's going to pay off later. About like somebody else writing my experience and then another me being generated, right? Double bind? Yeah. This guy's the script guy? Thoughts? Shibuya or whatever? What is the Angel of Love smiles at you? Is there a song playing? Okay. I didn't hear the music at all, but I got a computer and a fan in here, so if it was faint, then, you know. Can you see the angel's white wings? Oh yeah, I hear it. Okay. Now I gotta turn it down again. Oh, is this one of their songs? All idol music kind of... Yeah, I mean, that's not unexpected, but you know. But who did it is the question. More than anything else, right? Who did it? Was it the same person that sent that fucking bomb? Or was it Mimilin herself? She metaphorically just escaped her cage. Oh, that's fantastically well done. Oh, Cham in the background. Seems like they're doing pretty well as a duo. No, don't joke about it, because it actually could be real. No, it's actually me. Yeah, Shibuya, gotcha. I liked the original guy better before he got bombed. Well, yeah. Hey, sup? For tarnishing my idol image. Mm-hmm. No, you don't understand. I'm kind of losing my mind. Yeah, please save us. Ah, shut up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Creepy photographer? Ah. He looks like that, I've seen that character before. Okay, he's doing the creepy thing. Awesome. So much about cameras in this. I love that line as well. It's a, you know. Oh, that's gonna kill me for ages who that cameraman looks like. Feels like a Persona character or something. Anyway, yeah, okay. She's got the whole kit off. That's not great. Yeah, there's a missing person in the middle, according to you. Hmm. I know. I know that's what you're trying to say. I'm you. Yeah, what's this about? What are they actually seeing, you reckon? Yeah, because she's definitely got different lighting. Cool. Okay, but what actually happened? Is she still doing the photo shoot? Mm-hmm. She's falling into disrepair? Get your head out of the water, please? Mm-hmm. Now, somebody warned me about another movie. Oh, warn's a stupid word. But just said, hey, it has nudity in it. I don't know if you want to make it like a YouTube video on it, but like, I don't know. It's here now. Yeah, he's trying to make sure that nobody else sees it. Yeah, okay. Definitely well adjusted. Awesome. It's almost ahead of its time. Like, almost in a Lane-esque way. Like, the narrative online becoming who I am. Yeah. Me Mania? That's a great shot too. It's very creepy. Mm-hmm. Okay. Me Mania. Someone Meme Man? Gotcha. Cool. So she's a figment as represented by what's on that computer from that link. And this is in the movie, right? I'm scared of that too. Nah, but the acting is seeming very similar to what's happening in real life. Like you can attach the lines almost one to one. Ah, we're doing like a radio thing, sure. Hmm. Yeah. It's very interesting, the second persona. Some great character animation there. But she's fucking losing it, yeah? This chase sequence is immaculate. Oh, that was great. Yo! Part of me is disgusted, but part of me is like, this is a fucking good movie, you know? It's real, yeah. It's very back and forth. This maybe getting hyped at it being cool as shit. Don't go on the road. Uh, this was a dream? Okay. Yeah, but like I'm sad, I'm scared, I'm anxious, and fuck that was cool. Hmm. What's up? Nah, I kinda need you. You got any words of wisdom, anecdotes, anything? Oh, terrible line. I don't know what I like anymore. Kind of? Oh, I don't want to see this guy's face like ever again. Really? I need mental help. Please, somebody just take me out of this situation. Oh, but I'm kind of trapped. I'm trapped. I can't get out. Yeah, it's becoming harder and harder to follow what's real and what's fake. Look at the room getting fucked. Oh. Alright, is this real? Is this real? Yeah, okay. Oh, because you don't know. Yeah, this is the photographer guy, right? Yeah, who the fuck does he look like? Yeah? Yeah, okay. I'm 99% sure that that's Mimarin right there. It's that or it's a previously unknown character. I'm kind of like cheering for her. Yeah, murder this guy. I hate this guy. Yeah, okay. Great shot. I think that's like on the poster. Yeah, this is. Yeah, That's all very good. Huh? Yeah, why are you mounting her, weirdo? I feel like I've heard this song too. True. Now, did that happen? Or was that merely a figment? Look at that male. Well, we'll see. Would have to think this is reality. She's just awoken. Okay. So that did happen. No, not that guy. I liked that guy. Okay. But still, it's like, is it the perception of her because that's what the guy's writing, Mr. Memerin or whatever the hell? And is that why it's being perceived that way? No, that's definitely bloody clothes in my room. Okay. That's a pretty good indicator that I did it, right? Stop ringing my doorbell, please. I did it, and then closed the door. Based. Do you think she's jinxed? Shut up. I fucking hate people. Oh no. Alright, here we go. Murdered by a figment. That's another great line. Did I ever tell you guys that, like, Acting within a movie is one of my favorite tropes, and using that kind of intertextual stuff. I love this shit. She fainted? Okay. It's not the same day. I think the table's different. Hey. She kind of looks like the actress lady. Yeah, DID. Yeah, but you guys talking about this is fucking freaking me out. But why is it reality as well? Whoa, she did a really good job acting there. I thought the name sounded different there. Was it a different name each time? One was the character and one was the actual name? Well, yeah, can I, like, leave town now? Oh, I can finally stop this fucking hellscape. Woo! Ow! I still hate crowds in this shit. Yeah, I'm unsure what's real and what's fucking not anymore. Okay, later, guys. Look at this fucking loser. He's got my hairline, too. Okay. Reflective floor. Oh my god, the dialogue. What's real? What's fake? Are you real? Um, want to go check on her? I love the smutty scenes. Did you see Video Movie? Oh, he finally speaks. Uh, on the same stage is crazy too. No. Let's blame women in this situation. That'll solve it. Yeah, but what part of this is real? Where does it fucking start? I wonder if they'll ever, like, tell us. Or if it's up to interpretation. Did just, like, not hit him? This guy's fucking huge, by the way. Yeah. Cool. Please no? Is he gonna strangle? Or just a bunch of drills? Or fucking screwdrivers or something? Yeah, but I thought you didn't want this. I thought your whole thing was like the purity thing. Okay. Now we got him. Should I be cheering? Should I... No, I'm happy about this. Please die. Okay, good. But also the important part there is it's Mima as Mima killing somebody, right? Is he dead? Oh, double tap, man. I hate that guy. Oh, okay. Was that real? Okay, thank you, faceless masses. Hmm? Are you gonna stumble upon a corpse or something? Okay, that's pretty bad too. You should come in here. I'll show you something cool. Did you change clothes? No, it means he's still fucking alive, dude. But who? Yeah, my clothes still got ripped. I didn't rip them myself. What is happening? We love a reflection in this shit. Should you just say we're going to Mima's room? Like to Mima? It's a weird way to phrase it as well. Well, again, she doesn't think of herself as herself anymore. Tarokoro. Yeah, mm-hmm. Fishes are dead. But for real this time? Or maybe she still had two? It's unclear. She didn't clean him out regardless. Yeah, okay. I had my suspicions. Oh, both. Both? Both. Yeah, That's very interesting. You can interpret that a ton of ways. Okay, yep. Wait, what? Where the fuck is she? It looked so much like her room. Oh, what? What is happening? Yeah. Well, yeah, you used to be. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, because she put the poster away early in the movie. That's great. Yeah, beat her up. This was unexpected. I didn't see it going this direction at all. Provided this is real and not a metaphor. It's unclear. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I've done this before. Not this specifically, but like gone over like the balcony there. Fun stuff. I don't know if that was the best idea. All right, she's good. It's just a flesh wound. Yeah, but what is happening like in reality right now? Anyway. That always looks like that painting. You know the one. Stop trying to stab me with an umbrella, please. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Oh, I can't. Alright, that's great. Fantastic. I was wondering how this was actually like being perceived. But it's like this perfect, like pristine, like. Oh, and then now we're back near the roads again? Like the way she's moving, right? Yeah, and in reality, that's not an umbrella, right? It's like actually like that sharp thing she had. What's up? I've shattered the illusion. Yeah, but how am I gonna kill you? What's up? Oh. Oh. Okay, that's one way to end it, sure. What do you mean? Truck kun, truck kun, truck kun, truck kun. Where's the fucking good truck when you need it? Okay. Alright. Let's so back. That's the shot that I've seen. like, in advertising the movie. Oh, are you gonna actually... Oh, okay, did it clip anybody? This is a fucking scene. That's so funny. Are they gonna think the injuries are from the car crash? Oh, she's smiling. Hate that. Hey, that's a pretty good twist. I'm thinking back on stuff now, and it makes a whole lot of sense. Like, yeah, because remember Rumi crying at that scene? Again, I thought it was, you know, poignant for other reasons, but you know how it is. I'm wondering how we're ending here, because, like, how long do we have? Not long. We've probably got credits in here somewhere. Did we finally seek medical help? That's like one of the other idols, right? Yukiko or Ray, right? Hello. Hello, Rumi. Oh, what? Oh, and is this maybe... No? Huh? Okay, so that's a mirror. Okay, don't get fooled. I think it might be. She just grew her hair out. Okay, no, I thought it was one of the other idols. I didn't know we were time skipping. Okay. Hey! Everything went okay in the end. That's good. Didn't feel it. Alright. Now I want to rewatch the movie with the knowledge I have from the ending, and then I can start to understand things a little bit better. Needless to say, it was very good. Like, extremely good. Just the craft of it's insane. Hence why everyone always raves about Satoshi Kon, I guess. That's... Yeah, he put his whole fucking direct ussy into that one. It was uncomfortable. I understand the reasons why it was uncomfortable, for sure. Now with the kind of twist at the end, kind of putting things into perspective. Again, even if you want to believe that, I'm sure there are other interpretations of this movie that take things in some different directions. If I didn't make it clear earlier, I'm probably going to record the second part of this video after, well, tomorrow, probably. Just because don't have a ton of time here today. And it would also give me like a night to sleep on it as well, which I think is probably beneficial. Yeah, but I mean, one for the whole family, I guess. Yeah, there's lots of interesting stuff here, right? How much of do you want to take the... I guess... So Rumi always as that personification of Mimorin, right? Do you want to take that like all the time? Or some of the time, or pick and choose, or... How did it start? How much of Rumi's actual backstory about being an idol is real? Does she want to recapture some of that youthful stuff? Does she see similar things happening to Mima that happened to her? There's a lot of interpretations. Because I thought the big twist was going to be Mima's actually killing them, and I was going to be like, okay, sure, whatever, fine. The rest of the film, it's got craft enough to back that up, for that being as safe as it probably is. But no, I'm happy we went a different direction. That's actually thrown me. I was fully prepared for the meme is actually the killer angle. But of course, yeah, like Rumi being like a... I felt safe around her most of the movie. That being that betrayal there. I wonder who's singing songs too. Because this one's a bop. But yeah, I mean, okay, so Rumi's in some kind of institution. It seems like Mima's fine, but is that also just a guise that she's put up, right? Because it ended in such a cheesy actor-esque way, right? It's like she's part of the industry now. She got swallowed up by the thing that was tormenting her the entire time. Because it was. She got put into some fucking uncomfortable situations by the industry. And in that way, Rumi was just kind of looking out for her best interests, with a lot of commas. So yeah. Good, I would say. Good movie. Making me think a lot. I do not know what that says. I cannot help you. Thank you, Madhouse. In 1997. And yeah, that was Perfect Blue. But I'm going to talk about that in some greater detail tomorrow, as I've said. But yeah, this was great. Check out Perfect Blue again at your leisure, because I would recommend it now for sure. Just not in front of squeamish people. I would say it's an intense one. It's not a breezy Sunday afternoon movie. Despite me actually watching this on a Sunday morning. Very cool. It's gonna be ready for the rest of the day. Yeah, it's very good. I'll talk about it very, very much more shortly. Thank you. So now it's the next day. I've had some time to think on it. Got some feelings and thoughts on the movie. They're pretty positive overall, but I'm trying a little bit of a unique setup. So this is what I got going on. So down here, this is the thing. So if I skip to there, we can see there, and if I skip there, we can see to there, and if I skip here, we can see to here. Very cool. Awesome. And then up here, I've got some thoughts, feelings, and observations. So, yeah, again, the goal being like, hey, so say I want to shout out the direction, I can then go over here and look for the thing that best demonstrates that the direction's really good. Like, specifically, there was a shot in here somewhere that was, like, separating the rest of the group from Mima, which I thought was really good. Yeah, this one, right there. Party in the background, I'm separated from it. Pretty cool. Hopefully it doesn't look too stupid in practice, this new setup that I have going on. But yeah, I guess overall thoughts on the movie are very positive. I think it's pretty incredible, actually. I go into various reasons here as to why I think that is the case, so, I mean, without any further ado, I think I'm just going to do it. The direction is the standout feature of the film, most certainly, right? It's deadass crazy that it's Satoshi Kon's first movie. That is insanity to me. Insane. Like, he just has such a control over what he's doing, essentially, right? He just knows what he's doing. And that's amazing. Like, I can see why all my film student friends like it. It's a very film student-y kind of movie. But that in, like, a really positive way. It understands the language of film and understands where to use certain things at certain times to get certain feelings across. But again, direction isn't just selecting shots and framing them, no. Direction is all-encompassing, right? So he's the person that brought together the music, art, animation to make the story. He's probably had a hand in the story himself, or at least the adaptation of that story from the novel, and a hand in storyboarding it, and a hand in, making it flow, pacing of it. That the pacing is another huge thing that I haven't written down, but is absolutely incredible. It needs to be... Pacing's so important. I've seen 24-minute anime episodes that are, like, feel longer than this movie felt. And this movie's 4 times its length or something, right? So that's got to speak to something, right? I think it must. I felt there was a constant rising tension in the film. I was constantly engaged. I wanted to see what happened next. I was invested in the characters, or character, I guess I would say. The rest of the people in the movie are kind of terrible. But yeah, like 2 thumbs up there. It's pretty damn good. So yeah, shout out Satoshi Kon. I think I've got his IMDb up here somewhere, but I don't really want to mess with my my setup at the moment. Yeah, he made this in '98 or '97 if you want to be too fancy about it. It released theatrically in '98. Then it was Millennium Actress in the early 2000s, and then I think one of them. It's Paranoia Agent, Tokyo Godfather's in there somewhere, and then Paprika in 2006 before his death in 2010. That's the way I understand it at the moment. If this is the standard he is setting from the first movie that he makes, then sky's the limit for the rest of his catalog, and if and when I see it. So yeah, again, looking forward to it. Very, very much so. Moving down a little bit, so we've got the aesthetic stuff, right? And I've kind of jumbled all this in together, right? That's the music of the film, that's the art, that's the animation, right? So the music overall, pretty low key. I'm probably not going to seek out the soundtrack. It rose in tension when it was supposed to. So say, like towards the end when we're getting chased, right? It's appropriately manic, right? As, you know, shit is hitting the fan, dude. But I'm not going to, it's not a piece of media that showcases its soundtrack. It's a soundtrack that complements, right? It's not like something like Frieren, which I'm watching on the channel at the moment, where we have these big sweeping set pieces which have music accompanying them, right? It's just not that kind of thing. So I think it's a little bit incongruous to try to treat it as such. I would say there's a standout scene for the sound, and if I go back here, proving herself, that's terrible. Is she proving herself? Nah, it'd be Innocence Lost, of course. I'm trying not to get any titties on screen, but, like, yeah, the sound in particularly this scene, like the skeevy nightclub-esque music that plays, the rising tension there through the music, and then break. And then cut, right? When we're not filming anymore, the music stops, everybody stops, and how much that would fuck with somebody, right? Like, because he, like, gropes her and shit, right? Like, I don't want to be too critical about, because I talk about it later, like the Japanese entertainment industry, I know intimacy coordinators are like a relatively new thing, but like on film sets, you should probably have them to make sure that everybody feels safe. And even, okay, so on a base level, let me start from the beginning. You should not put rape scenes in media, pretty much overall. You gotta genuinely think about your piece of media, and I don't think fucking Double Bind or whatever the hell this shit's called, like, I don't think that needed a rape scene in it to propel the plot. You have to have a serious think about if portraying this act is something that you want to have in your movie, is it necessary? You need to make sure of all these things, right? To me, it feels like this whole production, this whole Double Bind production is just like running by the seat of its pants. Nobody knows what they're doing. Let's just chuck in a rape scene. Why not? So it feels it feels terrible from the start, but then the way they film it, she's actually getting groped. Or again, they're blending reality and fiction and whatever, so maybe she's not actually getting groped. But she's getting groped. They saw it on screen. So I just thought of this as well. It feels like reality for Mima in a lot of these scenes, because for her, like, idol otaku fan base, right? It feels like reality for them. This is their view into her world. They perceive it as real, so she must perceive it as real because she's getting so much of her knowledge of herself from this Mima's room thing. So yeah, but that's why the movie blends reality and fiction, because that's the way the otaku audience, idol fans are perceiving it as well. I thought that was a clever perspective as well. I just wanted to shout that out. Anyway, this was a standout scene for sound, which was my original point, right? And the like, again, the harsh cuts between what we perceive as reality and what we perceive as filming the television show. Again, I'm right here, art wasn't too crazy. But, I mean, there's still some iconic pieces of imagery, right? Where's the one with her with the fucking... with the blood on her hands? Well, this one's like Film Student 101. Ooh, titties on screen. Yeah, this one. Very, very famous shot, right? Very obvious shot. But, again, iconic. We love shit like this, right? Even if it's obvious, right? Let me break it down quickly. Potentially, this is a dream sequence where Mima thinks she's doing this, but in reality, Rumi is doing this and just kind of almost implanting this thing within her mind space through the diaries as well, because I think she's in cahoots with Me Mania as well. Anyway, like that guy, the guy that took the skeevy photos, I figured out who he looks like, by the way. I'll talk about that. He represents the new Mima, right? And then we have the pristine idol image in the back, the old Mima, right? The things I need to do to preserve this image of myself, and that being so very important. And also, you can talk about, like, why is there a big picture of the idol her in his room? Think about it. I don't know. Is this just a screen? Was he looking at photos? I don't know. If only there was some way to tell early in the scene. Yeah, he was just kind of sitting in his big room watching. I'm guessing this is footage of Mima and stuff. Anyway, I digress. So again, does this kind of stuff fall into art, like the mirror stuff, or is that more direction? It's hard to say. Is that more shot selection? But fantastic view here, right? And a mirror used as a piece of imagery. The art's good. I think I should get that across, but it isn't too crazy. Again, it isn't like we're not making fantastical monster designs or crazy character designs or anything, right? If you were to tell me, hey, what does a 90s anime character look like? Probably something like this, right? There's a few cool character design details, so like everybody that works in like their equivalent of show business looks skeevy as fuck, up to and including Rumi towards the end as well, so... You know, that's the iconic image I was looking for, by the way. The blood on the gloves. Yeah, there you go. Normal ass character. But then where's old mate? Where is he? Where's my friend Me Mania? Well, either way, I'll talk about the crowd shots here. The crowds look fucked. The masses are fucked. They look creepy. I don't know if it's the eyes. I don't know if it's their fucking mouths slightly agape. The cameras I'll talk about as well. There's Me Mania. Yeah, he's fucked too. So he's kind of like a extension upon the masses, right? He is the worst of the worst when it comes to the masses. Again, character design here, fitting. He looks fucked. He makes me feel uneasy. That is the point. Particularly noting this shot here where he is literally objectifying Mima's old personality, her idol personality, and holding it within his hand like he owns it. That's very interesting. Yeah, put a pin in that. That we'll come back to that point later. Next, moving on to the animation. So yeah, it was good for the time. I don't know if my copy's weird, but the video was jittering back and forth. I don't know if that's just a thing. I don't know. It reminded me kind of Lane, but Lane had some, you know, HD remaster stuff done to it as well. So, like, I think this is pretty original Perfect Blue, and it's pretty original stuff. It's kind of vibrating back and forth a little bit. Again, I'm not privy to the animation process. I would imagine it's not digital, but maybe that's a quirk of it. And again, there's obviously better stuff nowadays, level of detail-wise, right? You compare it to any anime film coming out these days, and you know, level of detail wise, it looks better because it's 4K. It's completely and totally an unreal expectations to have this be as sharp as it is, right? Yeah, it's unfair comparison, as I say here. For me, the standout animation set piece was the scene where Mima is chasing the real Mima. It's where they do the radio show. Oh, this is a great sequence too. I'm just seeing this now, like the contrast between her taking the skeevy photos and the other two, Ray and Yoshiko or something like that. There's a good shot of Me Mania too. Fuck it, I hate that guy. Here we go. Here's the radio stuff. So that she's visiting her two former bandmates, I guess, and she sees the real Mimarin in the booth. There you go, the real one. Now, again, I should probably just do a plot synopsis quickly. I read something on Wikipedia that said they're working in cahoots, that being Rumi and Me Mania. I mean, there's that one scene back here a little bit, where upon seeing the photos, they're kind of planning something. Yeah, here, right? So, can you imagine that this is Rumi in Me Mania's room, having found the person that's writing the Mima's room thing? Maybe? I think that's how we're supposed to perceive it, and then it turns into a play where Rumi's actually been pulling the strings kind of the whole time through Me Mania, right? Because it gets a little bit confusing, because the whole thing, right, and I'll talk about it, it's a blending of fiction and reality, so it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on all the time in exact detail. But there's the part where she hits him in the head with the fucking hammer, right? And he dies. Cool. That's awesome. We like that. But Rumi doesn't see the body? Has she already cleaned up the body? Is she fucking with Mima to the point where Mima doesn't even see the body anymore? Because then there's a scene later on which shows the skeevy new agent guy and the body of Mimania, right? And like they're both bloodied and fucked and stuff, and I think that's reality. I think that both of them died, and we're just kind of being gaslit into thinking that All Might just drove away. It's unclear. Either way, I want to talk about the animation. So let me talk about the animation. I'll go here. Hello. So yeah, this is a fantastic dynamic sequence. Great character animation, the contrast between the actual Mima and the real Mima. Even those like really frantic, like back and forth there, like the zoom in, zoom out. And the prancing by Mima, right? Another spot where we'll see the contrast later on in the movie is we'll have a prancing real Mima and then Rumi sprinting as hard as she can after her when she's getting chased towards the end. It's all about contrast, right? So she's trying fucking very hard right now, and her perception right now, that's how fucked she is seeing the real her just prancing around being perfect. And that is something entirely done through the animation. It's not done through telling the story or anything else in between. I think they do a good job there. This here, which is bounding between all the different people in the place. This first person stuff here is pretty awesome. Great weight to her movement. Another fantastic shot through that sequence. And then I think she falls over here. Yeah. That just looks fabulous. I don't know what to tell you. It's really damn good. Skipping towards the end. Cool, so this is the example I'll use. Real Mima running away, Rumi pursuing behind. And there, that's what I was talking about, right? Contrast. It's all about contrast. And then, yeah, so gliding along, making their way towards the road. The really fucked sequence where she puts her, like, the belly over through the glass because she doesn't even perceive it as a threat anymore because she's the perfect Mima or whatever the hell. Yeah, great. Two fantastic pieces of animation that really make this really pop, right? I don't really want to talk about the animation here in Innocence Lost, but you know, it's pretty terrible. But it's meant to be. It's effective, right? I want to tell you that. It just feels bad calling this scene good, I guess. The story, I guess we'll give a thing here so we're not being weird. Ignore the 3. The story. Hello, story. I think it's an interestingly told story with a great twist. I'll read a synopsis for you. This is where I'm going to read a synopsis, so I'll talk about a little bit of that. So this is just straight from Wikipedia. Let's have a little read here, right? Mima Kirigoe is a member of a J-pop idol group named Cham. Decides to leave the group and become a full-time actress. Many of her fans get frustrated and disappointed by her change from a clean-cut image, particularly an obsessive fan known as Mamoru Uchida, or Mimania, which I've been calling him, who starts to stalk her. Following directions from a fan letter, Mima discovers a website called Mima's Room containing public diary entries from her perspective, which has her daily life and thoughts recorded in great detail. This is a very important point, right? Mima's Room is the view into where the spiral starts. It's when she starts consuming this content about herself produced online that she starts to unravel, I guess, right? And who is the real me? That she says it a number of times throughout the film. During her formal idol and acting career, she is joined by manager and former pop idol Rumi Hidaka and her agent Tadokoro Shaw. Mima confides in Rumi about Mima's room, but is advised to ignore it. I don't think Rumi ignores this, and then that leads to where that plotline starts, right? When we see the real Mima in kind of Mimania's room, that's when that connection starts, right? And then that moment where Rumi witnesses, that scene where Mima is, that happens to her, cries and walks away. It's very similar to the fan reaction, which is her innocence lost and all that kind of stuff. And that's when she hooks up with the guy that made Mima's room and all that kind of thing. And then Rumi begins to spiral and start killing people. Even before that point, there was the bomb. I still don't even know what the bomb was about. Either way, continuing here, Mima's first role is a minor role in a television drama called Double Bind. However, Tadokoro lobbies the producers of Double Bind and succeeds in securing Mima a larger part that involves a rape scene. Despite Rumi's objections, Mima accepts the role, although this leaves her mentally distressed. On her way home, she sees a reflection of herself dressed as an idol in her formal idol outfit. The reflection claims that she's the real Mima. Between the ongoing stresses of filming Double Bind, her lingering regret over leaving Cham, the idol group, her paranoia of being stalked, and her increasing obsession with Mima's room, Mima begins to suffer psychosis, in particular struggling to distinguish real life from her acting life, and having repeated unreal sights of herself called the real Mima. Several people who were involved in her acting career are murdered. Mima finds evidence in her closet which suggests that she may be the prime suspect, and her mental instability makes her doubt her own memories and innocence as she recalls brutally murdering perverted photographer Murano. Mima manages to finish shooting Double Bind, the final scene of which reveals that her character killed and assumed the identity of her sister due to trauma-induced DID. After the rest of the filming staff have left the studio, Mimania, acting on emailed instructions from the real Mima to eliminate the imposter, attempts to rape and kill her, but Mima kills him with a blow to the temple from a hammer. So that's interesting, right? So I missed this. This must have been in the movie somewhere, but the real Mima emails Mimania and says eliminate the imposter. I think I remember seeing this actually, and I was like, huh, what? I don't know. This is what I mean when I say I need to probably rewatch it another time all the way through to have some real thoughts on the plot here. Either way, Mima is then found backstage by Rumi and taken to Rumi's home, where she wakes up in a room modeled on Mima's own room, only to discover that Rumi was the culprit behind Mima's room and the serial murders and the folie à deux that manipulated and scapegoated Mimania. Well, manipulated? Kinda. He was already kind of a stalker and a bit of a weirdo, but sure. Rumi previously developed an alternate personality who believes herself to be the real Mima. Using information from Mima confiding in her as the basis for Mima's room, she also reveals her motives. She is displeased by Mima retiring from the idol industry and hence seeks to destroy and replace her in order to redeem her image. At wit's end, Rumi's Mima personality chases Mima through the city to murder her. Mima accidentally incapacitates Rumi with a mirror shard. Well, she kind of does that to herself, but sure. After freeing herself, Rumi hallucinates the lights of the oncoming truck as stage lights and steps out onto the road to pose in front of the opposing vehicle. Mima manages to save her from being run over at the last moment. With that, Mima's hallucinations seem to be over. Sometime later, Mima is a well-known actress and visits Rumi in a mental institution. Rumi's doctor says that she still believes she's a pop idol most of the time. Mima says that she's learned a lot from her experiences together thanks to Rumi. As Mima leaves the hospital, she overhears two nurses mention her. They think she's a lookalike because the real Mima would have no reason to go to this mental institution. As Mima enters her car, she smiles at herself in the rearview mirror before declaring, "No, I'm the real Mima." So great, that's the story. It's not a problem that it's not as legible on our time through here, I guess. That's not really an issue that I'm worried about, because the movie itself is so much about not knowing what's going on and not knowing what's real and what's fake. And that's where the direction comes into it. That's where the pacing comes into it. That's why it's fantastic. I think it's a feature, not a bug, that I needed to read that synopsis to get another good view. I think you could get a similar view of that synopsis by simply watching the movie again. Which again, it's an 80 minutes, it breezes past, the pacing's really good, so there's no trouble there. It's the kind of thing that I'd want to show some of my film buff friends, right, that haven't really seen this kind of thing. Except for a few uncomfortable scenes, maybe I leave them to do them by themselves. Either way, moving on to the characters, right? Let's, I don't know, where's a good shot of her? Where's a good shot of Mima? That's a good shot. So, there's only one real character here that matters, right? Mimania, he's a creep. Cool, we get that across. Rumi, that's the twist villain, essentially. She does her job. I felt for her at certain points, but obviously not by the end of the movie. We figure out that she's been behind the manipulation a whole bunch of times, so we don't really feel for her anymore. So again, we don't even focus on the other two idol members that much. They're kind of just ancillary. The only character that matters is Mima, and Mima is great. We build empathy for her, right? She clearly just wants to continue in her career. She wants to progress past the old her and become a new her, right? That's great. That's admirable. I want to see her do that. I want to see good things happen to her. She has some nice character building stuff early where she's... I think that's the scene with the computer, with Rumi. Yeah, here. There's some good character stuff. She's nice and innocent, right? Again, I want good things to happen to her. It's paired with a really great voice performance. It's Junko something or other. I should have written it down. There we go. Can we see that? Junko Iwao. Sure. Thank you, IMDb, which is the #1 source for fucking anime, apparently. But yeah, shoutouts to her. She seems really good at her job. Great, so that's my general stuff that I do when I'm reviewing something, right? Direction, art, animation, music, story. Sure. That's a pretty general way of looking at a film, right? But now I'm going to go a little bit more macro. What other observations and cool stuff? What is this movie about, or what is it trying to say? And this is very, very important. And I've got 4 or so points here, right? And all of which are pretty, broad. You could take it in a lot of different ways. So, first one. A bleak and stark look at the entertainment industry in Japan and what people have to do to get ahead. Specifically talk about the ending here. So this is an industry for fucking sleazeballs, right? It's an industry where talent doesn't matter, it's who you know, it's the favors you do, it's all that kind of stuff. It's very, very corrupt. We can tell that through character design, through vocal performance, through a lot of different factors, right? It's kind of terrible. Look at all these fucking freaks here. Ready? With all the cameras? Yeah, this is a good image. This is what I see as the entertainment industry here. Like, they are actors, extras in this scene, but they are also representative of the industry as a whole, doing what they are doing to her to prove herself, to make her grow up, to break her out of her idol mold and make her more mature, whatever the hell that means. They're abusing her desire to want to be in this industry to make her do some pretty terrible things. And I think if you've been paying attention to the entertainment industry, again, in the United States and all those kind of things, right? It pervades everywhere. This isn't an uncommon story. You could very, very easily attach this to any kind of Me Too movement if you wanted to. What I see behind a lot of these people is a darkness, right? Is a past where they've had to do similar things, similar hazing rituals to get ahead, right? And that's where I bring up the ending. This is sometime in the future, right? This is after all the trauma has happened. She's come out on the other side. It should feel victorious, right? It feels kind of insincere and smug, especially the mirror, the use of the mirror here too, the reflection, right? I think you could take it multiple ways. You could take it as this really triumphant ending, that she's overcome her demons, the final girl has made it out of the horror situation and succeeded. I see it way more cynically, right? I see that she's been encompassed into this entertainment industry system, right? She's had that trauma, she's been hazed, she's been inducted, right? And now she's just as fake as the rest of them, right? This doesn't read as a real smile to me. I don't know, it doesn't read as the real Mima, despite her saying such a thing. I don't know, I see this as a really, really dark and cynical ending. I really do. Like the one person that, you know, fought out against it and had serious psychiatric damage from her time in the entertainment industry, that being Rumi, is in a institution. What's to say that down the line, you know, you stop acting and become an agent and blah, 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 and don't follow in her footsteps, right? In this pursuit of that ultimate entertainment industry glory kind of stuff, right? I don't know, it's a weird one. It leaves a weird taste in my mouth, and I think it's supposed to. It's supposed to make you think. Either way, yeah, the entertainment industry is bleak in Japan, right? That being both the idol stuff, which I'll talk about in a second, and overall just the acting stuff. I would say that the film surprised me somewhat by being more focused on the entertainment industry stuff, I think, more than the idol stuff. It's more about getting away from the idol culture itself, rather than it being about the idol culture. Either way, it's still a very cynical take on idol culture and obsessive fan bases, right? And the kind of stuff that still happens to this day, and I've got a pretty popular example to talk about here as well. So yeah, idols in themselves are all about perception, right? We watched Oshinoko on the channel. We know that they've got the right idea about that, about an idol being a representation of something somewhat unattainable, right? A lie, you know, a farce, something to get an audience through something as opposed to a real thing, and seeing behind that skeevy underbelly is part of what makes that show great as well. I see a lot of that in this, obviously, and this predates it by a very long time. Of course, not going into spoilers on Oshinoko, but, I mean, there is an intense online backlash to somebody doing something on a show, right? To the point where there's death threats, to the point where everything else in between, right? It's, you know, this thing happens. You know, they know from, you know, the industry. They know what they're talking about, right? Particularly, I think there's something really skeevy about the age of everybody involved, right? So Mima, I don't know how old she is right now, but I'd imagine, you know, very late teens, early 20s. She said that she's been an idol for 2.5, 3 years. That would mean at some point during this process, she would have been underaged, and these guys are like obsessed with her and following her around and watching her shows. Kinda weird. Kind of weird, right? And it's weird for me as an idol fan. I don't know if people know that, but I like me some Love Live for sure. Love Live's different to me because it's not the physical. I know there is physical shows, but it's not the physical show kind of thing to me. It's all about the anime stuff. It's about the animated music videos. It's about the music, and the music that I personally really enjoy, right? It's about the art. of it all, right? And the perception and the memes and everything else that comes with it. I think there's something really, really skeevy about what's going on here in a different way. It feels different, right? And that's why I say cynical, right? There is literally, what's that show called? Something, I wish my favorite idol made it to Budokan or something. It literally takes an obsessive idol fan premise and swaps it to that obsessive idol fan being one of the most important things to the main character of that show. Like, it's literally almost Yuri between a female idol fan and a female idol. So I love that we can have different takes here, right? I think it's a mature enough industry that you don't need to look at it one way or another. That being said, I will bring up the real life example, and it's a very obvious one, of Aya Hirano, right? How is that looking on my thing? Probably needs some adjustment. Hang on. That'll do. Here's Aya Hirano for the uninitiated, very famous for being Haruhi Suzumiya, among other things. Yeah, somebody in Death Note, somebody in Lucky Star. Oh, the main character of Lucky Star, don't be silly. Somebody in Fairy Tail. Sure, she's done a lot of stuff. Very famous voice actress. An absolute star. One of the first, like, true star VAs, right? Very interesting that she was a child actor, very young as well. Very, very interesting. Here we go, public image. This is probably the place where we should start. So this first paragraph just goes into basically, hey, like, she was pretty popular, right? Super idol. Sure. Either way, beginning in 2010, Hirano drew criticism from her anime otaku fanbase when she openly discussed her dating and sex life on variety show Gout Temps Nouveau? Sure. As well as the implication that she was abandoning voice acting in favor of a career in mainstream entertainment. So these otakus felt betrayed by somebody changing careers, basically. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar at all? In early 2011, an acquaintance of a Lantis employee leaked that Hirano had sexual relations with 3 of her band members, leading to the dismissal of all 4 of them. So, somebody, we can't be sure, but probably somebody in this kind of fan base, leaked this information to this rabid fanbase in order to ruin her. In August 2011, right, not too long after this, Japanese magazine Bobka published photos of their affair. The incidents have caused several fans to destroy her merchandise, create petitions to remove her from her role in Kizumonogatari. I don't know what that's about. Who the fuck was she going to play in Kizu? Please let me know about that. What the hell's that? And send death threats. Send death threats? I mean, there's the Oshinoko connection, right? Hirano stopped posting on Twitter beginning in 2013, allowing her team to use the account as an information channel. In December 2022, Hirano stated on Twitter that she still receives death threats whenever she does voice acting work for anime, and cites it as a reason why she has largely stepped away from the voice acting industry. So I couldn't help but think of this when watching Perfect Blue, right? Just this perception of an idol as this perfect person, right? There's purity to it in a really gross way, that they're not allowed to date and not allowed to have a sex life and not allowed to explore that side of themselves, not allowed to pursue other entertainment industry things. You're just not. You're supposed to be this perfect person forever. You're also not allowed to grow up. You have to perpetually be the same age and all these other things. This is not how the industry works, and these people are delusional otaku losers. So yeah, I certainly think that's a perspective on it, which I think leads into this one, which is a feminist perspective on the film. So I've written here a somber perspective on society's value of women and the unrealistic, idealized version that men expect of women in various facets of society. Now I'm going to use Rumi as an example here, right? Because I think a lot of Rumi's angst in the movie is based around her own experience. Her being a former idol that, you know, grew up, which you're allowed to do, you're allowed to grow up, and still remained in the industry, right? She's probably still harboring some feelings there, and that is society's expectation put upon her to, you know, continue to be this thing despite, you know, growing up. She's just an older woman now. That's how it works. And then again, pushing a lot of this and this perpetual purity onto Mima, through being her major guardian here, right? She doesn't really have any family in town. She's meant to trust Rumi. That's why it feels like such a betrayal during the end of the movie. There's a specific point, right? I don't know where it is. It's where it's somewhere around here. It's when she's going into a store and she's like reading something. Anyway, I can't really find it, but like there's a specific fan interaction. It isn't even me, Mania. It's just another guy. He just says, oh, they become so rude when they leave the idol industry. They've got no time for us otaku anymore. It's like, shut up. Like, shut up. She has no obligation to you to be nice or listen to you or respond or any of that stuff, right? Get a grip. This fictional character that she's playing, this idol, does not exist. That is not her. Do not stalk her while she's doing groceries. This is an entertainment role. Yeah, that kind of stuff just really pisses me off. It really does. And yeah, it made me think of this point here. Of course, I'm sure, an actual woman could speak to this point in a little bit more detail than I can, right? I'm just kind of implying stuff. I guess when she's doing the photo shoot, right? And the kind of the cutting back and forth here between the idol work and this new work that she's doing, trusting this guy to be legitimate, even though at the end of the scene he's mounting her and stuff, and saying, hey, these are the hurdles I must jump through in order to make it in this industry, and be something here, right? And I think she wouldn't have to a man would never have to do that, is my point. And this is society's value of women. It's pretty low. It's pretty low here in this portion in Japan. I still don't know when the movie's set. Is it set in the 90s? I do not know. The art style and clothes worn and that kind of thing, it could really be anywhere. But yeah, this is a big point here in unpacking the movie, I think. And then here's another really interesting one, and I'm gonna put a page break here, which I'm sure I could in a more interesting way than that, but I digress. Blurring of fiction and reality that squarely puts us in the view of the protagonist, where we don't even know what's real and fake anymore. That's the movie, starting from I don't know, here, Tarnished Reputation, when we start to see kind of the real Mima climb out of the screen, right, and start doing shit. That's when it becomes almost it spirals, right? We don't know what's real, we don't know what's fake. There's a lot of cuts back and forth between her sleeping and her not sleeping, and her dreaming and her not dreaming, and all that kind of stuff, right? We're is she delusional? What is she chasing at the moment? Is she chasing Rumi? Is she chasing this perception that she sees? Does she see Rumi here? Is Rumi actually dressed up in that dress the same way she is at the end? Or is it all through Mima's page, the Mima's world thing? I cannot tell you, and it makes the film very interesting. It makes you second guess a whole bunch of things, and I think that propels the pace a lot. It makes you want to discover what's real and what's fake, and but it also puts you on the back foot a little bit. I was very happy we didn't run into a one where it's all in Mima's head, right? Yeah, I think it would make a lot of it fall flat. I thought that would be a very obvious direction for the movie to go, but we didn't go that direction. I think it benefited a lot, right? Now I feel like this content here, it's not just her being fucked in the head. It's an actual, it's something happening. There's a plan taking place, and we're put solely in the eyes of the protagonist, Mima, where we don't know what's happening. Shoutouts to Mima's room as well, becoming more and more decrepit as she continues as well, and more broken down. And a really creepy spot right here towards the end, where she thinks she's in her room, but it's in a different part of town. How fucked up's that? Like Rumi remade Mima's room. That's fucked. So yeah, don't know what's real, don't know what's fake, to the point where there's literally a fake room here. Another part here that really caught my eye was, see the fish? The fish are alive. That's an indicator, right? And then there's the poster on the wall, yeah? This is the idealized room. This is the room that she had at the beginning of the film, right? Before it fell into disarray, right? Before, the sheets were everywhere, and there were, letters not opened, and there was bags all over the ground, and all that kind of stuff. This is a cleaned up, perfect room. So yeah, Mima comes to the realization, sees the fish are alive, and then the poster, right? The poster that she took down way earlier. Yeah, there she is, taking down the poster, and then it's up at the end of the movie. Pretty cool. But yeah, again, don't know what's real, don't know what's fake, right? I think there's all of these analyses and more. There was already a couple linked on Discord, one more about the idol stuff and one specifically focusing on the color red, both of which I haven't had a chance to peruse yet, but I kind of want to keep my own feelings to myself before I branch out and do other things. It's not an easy movie to rewatch, but is that a bad thing, right? I think it is rewatchable. I think there are hard scenes to get through. That's what I want to get across here. I'm going to look to more reactions to this movie. Please link them to me as a vehicle to do my own rewatch, right? With the knowledge that I have now, I can see Rumi's plan kind of marinating through the rest of the movie as I continue, and I'll also be able to watch the movie again and get somebody else's fresh perspective as they're seeing it. I think that's something that I'm going to pursue, maybe even this afternoon. We'll see. I've kind of talked to this point already, the character design of the crowds and Mimania and stuff. It's scary, but in a good way. And then the use of cameras in the movie is my last point here. kind of pervading through the whole thing. This is one of the first times we see this theme pervade, right? Camera taking a picture of me, the other side of the screen, the mirror image of me, what is real, what is fake, my showbiz persona being codified, being, recorded, being like this is a moment in time that you can look at and gain a perspective of, even if it isn't the entire person behind everything, right? Then we have Me-Mania at various points through the movie with his little stupid camera as well, and he knows a lot of things about her, that she steps off the train with the left foot or whatever and buys this specific kind of milk and all these really creepy details. So that's a camera idea. Of course, the scene here, Innocence Lost, which we're calling it here, which is just a fucking peachy title. Big cameras everywhere, pointed down. Lot of men in the room, like a lot of men. Anyway, another one here, like being filmed and talked about as she's doing this interview about, the scene that she does on Double Bind with the rape. It's a hurdle I have to get over as an actress. Again, this is a picture of her. This is a perception of how she feels about the event, even though we saw in a previous scene, just here, she's like fucking devastated, bro. Yeah, here. Terrible scene. She feels awful about what just happened, but that's not what's perceived through the camera lens. And of course, when she gets back home, her fish are dying. The part of her room, which is a representation of herself, is passing away, or she feels it's passing away, as she has done this scene now and can't go back. I'm sure there's more and more stuff here. There's a scene where we're filming here on this set. Great, cameras are used here. There's the photo shoot, which gets very skeevy. This is Cham during one of their performances during the middle of the film, where the real Mima personifies herself in the middle. And I don't really know what this is about, because is fucking Thingo up there? Is Rumi up there? Well, Mima's definitely not up there. Mima's getting photographed at the moment, right, by the creep. And again, the contrast of the cameras here. One taking a picture of this idol image, and another one taking this picture of this really racy adult image. And is that okay? And is this okay? And the purity displayed here, and the debauchery displayed in the other one. And is that taking advantage of her? And yeah, look at the creep. Oh, I should tell you who it reminds me of now. Let me get a picture. Yeah, it reminds me of this guy. He's the protagonist of a game called Catherine. It's probably unfair to the protagonist of Catherine, because he isn't a creep at all. If anything, Catherine's the creep. But I just thought it was funny. That's definitely who it reminded me of. I think I said in the moment persona, so it wasn't that far off. And going full circle on the camera reflection idea is all this stuff with the reflection of Rumi and what she perceives as her reality versus what's actually being mirrored at her. So that's a rap scene here where, where we're finishing up recording and stuff. Get that titty off the screen. Of course, I should talk about the intertextual stuff as well, right? Of her character in the film. Specifically this scene, which really confused me. I kind of don't want to rewatch it, right? But, I think they say the name Mima Kitagoe or whatever the hell, which isn't her name in Double Bind. So I think that she's, freaking out a little bit, right? I think she thinks that she's her sister or something, and she did the murders, and then, her acting out that she's doing the murders makes her continue to think in real life that she's doing these murders that the real Mima is actually doing. Either way, reflection stuff, camera stuff. Yeah, there you go. There's probably my final thesis statement on that point. Yeah, cameras, reflections, very important to the visual language of the movie. And I mean, I've kind of recorded for an hour. That's pretty much all I have to say on it. It's very good. It's obviously very good. The ending song's kind of a bop too, as is the beginning song, just kind of your general idol cheese. But yeah, I mean, now that I've finished it proper, would I recommend it? Yes, you should watch Perfect Blue if you haven't already, which I don't know why you would be watching this part of the video if you hadn't. But recommend it to all your friends. It's a real hoot. But yeah, there's multiple lenses I think you can view it through. You can view it through its craft, which is immense. I think it's very, very well made. You can view it through its overall message and point, which I think is poignant and still relevant even today, and will continue to be relevant for years and years, which sucks. Or I think you can even just watch it for entertainment purposes. I think it's just entertaining, right? At the end of the day, we didn't make a film that felt like a PSA, even though it has some important things it wants to say. We made a movie that people would genuinely want to watch, which I believe has these other points along with it. And that's the best way to do these kind of things. You don't make it tedious. You make people want to engage with this kind of content. And I think Perfect Blue succeeds in doing so there. So yeah, It's fantastic. I don't know what else to tell you. I had a little few worries going in, but they have been allayed. It's a very good movie. So yeah, I think that came out pretty well. So we'll probably keep format. Please give me any feedback there. That'd be great, as well as any other feedback all the time. I'm very, very open to doing such things and changing things and all that kind of stuff. Join the Discord. Please talk to me more about Perfect Blue. I'd love to have some conversations with people about what they think about the movie and that kind of thing. So next weekend is Christmas Eve weekend. I will not be recording a movie reaction then, which I think the next one I'm doing is Akira. So probably look to that video in the new year, if not New Year's itself. I think also with the rest of the stuff on the channel this week, I'm probably going to record Katanagatari, maybe just that, and then leave Frieren for after Christmas as well, kind of between Christmas and New Year. We will see. We'll see how I feel after finishing this and finishing editing it, if I want to record some Katanagatari and then get me rolling on my actual schedule again. Because yeah, I work in retail. It's going to be busy. Again, this is all inside baseball stuff. We don't really care. I think I'm just going to leave, but thank you for watching this far and all that. Just some chill stuff before we go. So if you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation. Comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back. In the Discord, join Discord, love Discord, Discord. And yeah, I'll catch you guys for the next movie reaction. Thanks for watching Perfect Blue with me. It was a hoot. Kind of, and yeah, I hope to see you guys back here again as well. I do a lot of reactions, so check out the playlists and stuff if this is your first time watching. Either way, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later. Ciao, cheerio, everything else in between. Lighting's going crazy.